Hello everyone and welcome to this week's review. Today I'm going to be talking about an animated film I've been excited about for a very long time. In fact, at the beginning of 2020, my most anticipated animated films of that year were Raya and the Last Dragon and The Mitchells vs. the Machines. For fairly obvious reasons, neither film was released that year, and for a while Mitchells did not even have a release date, as I guess Sony was trying to figure out where to open it. Then Netflix came a-calling, offered to buy the exclusive streaming rights for $100 million, and it's now debuting on their service as part of their plan to release as many animated movies per year as possible. So after waiting for so long, did The Mitchells vs. the Machines live up to my massively high expectations? Absolutely. This is a wonderful, high-energy ride that manages to brilliantly mix comedy, science fiction action, and family drama. I loved spending time with the Mitchells, and I thought director-co-writer Michael Rianda and his team did a great job of exploring their dynamic. This managed to be a terrific twist on the dysfunctional family trope by really digging into their flaws and passions and how those drive them. The daughter Katie is more than just a rebellious teenager, and there's more to the father Rick than just his distrust of technology. We understand exactly who these people are and why they make the mistakes they do, as well as the triumphs. There's so many great little touches that allow the Mitchells to be unique and stand out. I really like that Katie and her younger brother Aaron are good friends, rather than the sibling rivalry so often seen in these kinds of family-centered stories. And the mother Linda is given a lot of depth too, and Maya Rudolph actually gives my favorite vocal performance in the film, although everyone is great. Then there's the robot apocalypse plot, which is nicely tied into the Mitchells storyline. Yes, there's some funny social commentary on our reliance on technology, but the film is not a screed about the evils of phones. The filmmakers show our overdependence, but also the great things that come from our modern devices. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is really a celebration of creativity, and it tackles that message beautifully. And the humor is on point too. I laughed multiple times over the course of the movie, with so many unexpected gags and jokes. The characters bounce off each other really well, and seemingly throwaway lines eventually have fantastic payoffs. The use of editing also deserves attention, as they add to the comedy. So I want to give a shout out to editor Greg Leviton, who actually comes from a television animation background, and brings that snappiness the way he cuts and splices together the many action sequences and comic montages. Then there's the animation, which is amazing. Sony Pictures Animation has long had a history of being open to experimentation and not following the expected rules of computer animation, even going as far back as Open Season, and definitely continuing on through Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Hotel Transylvania, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Mitchells is another example of this, with its look that's unlike any other CG animated movie I can think of. The character designs by Alice Lemma really help the characters come alive, and Rianda and the animators embrace their comic strip-like appearances. The use of color and hand-drawn animated doodles is also brilliantly done and highly creative. I had a great time watching The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and it is yet another example of the impressive variety of stories and animation styles we are experiencing in this current golden age of the medium. It's also a promising feature directing debut from Michael Rianda. He was previously involved as a writer on Gravity Falls, and you definitely see some of that sensibility in Mitchells vs. the Machines. And according to Rianda, Alex Hirsch even helped on some of the writing. I also have to mention Jeff Rowe, who was a co-director and co-writer on Mitchells. He also worked on Gravity Falls and Disenchantment, and is currently developing an animated Ninja Turtles movie at Paramount. I am very excited to see what Rianda and Rowe make in the future, just based on their credits so far. Anyway, give The Mitchells vs. the Machines a look on Netflix and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this week's review, and I'll see you next time.